Okay, without any further ado, let us simply go into the technical analysis for today. You're welcome to the Forex Master Class, and like you all know, you have gone through some series of lectures. This is a video to illustrate to you the practical aspect of technical analysis. My name is Dr. ᴛʀᴜᴜ. I'm the CEO of HenroidFX Academy. I'm an instructor, a trader, and by the grace of God, I have the opportunity of putting you through in this particular lesson. All right, so let's quickly discuss at this juncture. Technical analysis. I do not need to go to the theoretical aspect, but I will just give you a brief explanation that you need to know. Technical analysis simply brings to bear before you Forex action. You observe Forex action everywhere as you look at technical analysis. Now this is a chart of the USD JPY, the US dollar Japanese yen on the daily time frame. You'll find price action right in front of you as you look at it. Price action is observed, number one, and where particular price levels are tested and retested again, you find out that that particular price level is considered important. Now, retested price levels of at least 3 times is considered important. That is, if you see the price level coincidentally repeating itself, the candle meeting the price level about 3 times, same price level, you see it having touches about 3 times, that price level is considered very important. Now, the price level at that point can be resistance, meaning it is, hitting it, and then at that point it is going bearish. It comes from the bottom, it hits that particular price level. For example, like this, it comes from the bottom, from here, it goes to hit it here, and then it begins to come down. Now, this particular line or this particular zone, price level zone or price level line, becomes a resistance level. Now, assuming this this one is here, as you can see here, now this will be considered a support level because the price comes, bounces on it after testing this particular price level, comes again, tests it again, but couldn't break through, it bounces up again. That can be considered, that is actually considered a support level. So it's a support here, a support here, a support here, a support here, a support here. So this is a very strong support level. So that's just an example for you to understand the difference between resistance and support level. Now, in a proper technical analysis, you must do it a top-bottom approach. That is, you must start from a high time frame to a lower time frame. You start from the weekly, then you move to the daily, and then you end it at the 4-hourly time frame. Then you can now take your trades from the 15-minute time frame. But your analysis should begin from the week, and then to the daily, and then to the 4 hours time frame. I will be quickly illustrating on the US dollar Japanese yen currency pair resistance and support zones. We will quickly do that now. Let's see. Okay, this is the weekly time frame. Let me quickly put on. Okay, I've just put on the internet so that we can have it. So like I said, from the weekend you move to the daily, from the daily to the 4 hours time frame, and that's where we conclude. But for those of you who do intraday trading, you can now do the 1 hour time frame. I am a swing trader and I scalp, but you can also do the 1 hour time frame. But the bottom line is that you start from the top down to the lower time frame. That's very, very important, from the top to the lower time frame. Okay, the weekend is still a few minutes, please. Okay, so it should be coming up now. We are connected. Okay, so this is the weekly time frame. All right, so let's quickly do a technical analysis on this, and same applies to every other currency pair that you will be doing. Same thing I'm about to do here applies to it. So first of all, you already know this is a chart, and this is a weekly time frame chart. As you can see, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, and 1 minute. For those who are swing traders, from 4 hours down to weekly. For those who are intraday, 15, 30, 1 hour. For those who scalp, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So that's that. Now we have the candle here. The red are the bearish candles, and the blue are the bullish candles. I like the color this way, so that it looks beautiful and appealing to me. You can decide to do yours black and white. You can decide to do yours green and red, whatever color you choose. Now to start, the first thing you do is take it to the weekly time frame, and the weekly time frame will be giving you some messages as regards the trend. Now you can see the line chart here. Click the line chart, and then it takes off the many colors and brings the real nature of the graph to you, of the chart to you. Now you can see with this we've been able to skip from 2011 to 2023, and that's exactly 12 years put together right before you. Now a lot of persons use the trading view. I also use the trading view, but believe me, without the trading view you can still do effective technical analysis and do well with your trading. So follow me here as I show you on the MT4 right now. So you want to now connect all these points as much as possible together, so that you can be able to make sense of the direction and be able to state which of these are your support levels or your resistance levels. So how do we start? You take this line here and then start from the bottom as much as possible. Just try and connect. Okay, this is one. As you can see here, it's a resistance here. It bounced down here. It tried to break off, but then it's, you know, the bearish was stronger, and so much persons were selling, and then it came below it as a resistance. Also here it was a resistance. Finally it broke out here and became a support, and this place you can see is a resistance. So that's one. The second one, just try and let it reach. It's not compulsory that you must shift it to touch it. Try and get as many zones as you can. As a matter of fact, it is better being zones. Let's change this line to black. You can just left click on it, horizontal plane, and then change it to black, or a bit faded color or dim gray. Okay, you can just do that. Let's do the same thing for this. Just follow me. Okay, so that's this. No, this is not dim gray. Okay, so we're there. Now you take it in. You look at here. You can see it touched a lot of points here. So many points were touched at that place. You don't need to draw it to look too rough. You can see here too. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's important line too. You come here too, as you can see here. This is also important. You can see it here. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. You can also come here and you can see. Good. This is also an important area, as you can see here. You can also see that this is also an important area. You can see this is on the weekly time frame. It's very important. Okay. Yeah, this is also another important area. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then this is also another important area. Okay. Well, this is just forming, and so you will not just say because it's only 2. Because it's also giving a reflection here of about what is happening. You can see at this point the price level got to this, the price action got to this level, that is the price candles. It got to this point and then reversed sharply. Now the same thing has repeated itself in 2023. This was precisely in 2022 around May, and now it's repeating itself in 2023 July, as you can see, November, and at this point it's looking like it wants to reverse as well. Let's just put it there. It's important to remind us that this was the highest previous peak, and then we'll take it from there. Now if we squeeze it further, that's all we can get from 2004 to 2022. Okay, if you look at here too, there's something I'm seeing here. You can see this. You can see this. This is also very important. So that's that for the weekly time frame. Now we've been able to connect a lot of points together. Now register that down, and then you go to the daily time frame. Now when you get to the daily time frame, you try and look at it. Are there other areas that we have not touched or we need to perfect? Take for instance, this is one here. As you can see, it touched here. Let me expand it a bit. It touched here. It touched here as well. This is another one here. You can see it. Good. It's important so that you don't get caught unaware. This is another important one. You can see 1, 2, 3. It touched here, 1, 2, and 3, and then you can see here, and then you can see here as well. Now this is another one here that I see. You can see here. Good. Now that's that for this. I do not think there are anyone here to, except for here. I see something like this. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I must tell you, these lines are very important. You just call them lines, but originally they are better treated as zones, and you understand by and by, because when you are trading, your next take profit level should respectively be at these lines that you have drawn. Very, very important. So we expect that just as this price action went bullish from 2022 up to October 2022, and then it reversed and went bearish down to January 2023, and then it went bullish again to November 2023, and there is a sign here of a reverse going on. You can see it here. You can see price action went up, break through this not too major resistance price level, but it came up there, and the fear of still buying came up, and you see the sellers believing that, look, since this happened here, this price action is certainly going to recall back to a bearish direction. And so you can see the bearish family, the bearish population of volume taking the upper hand here. The sellers are taking the upper hand, and it's beginning to come down. But let's see what happens. Maybe it's going to retest on this level and continue on the bullish trend, but caution is being applied here, and so you follow and you trade with it. But remember, you must not be trading against the trend. So that's very important. Now let's go to the 4 hours level. For the 4 hours, now this is the 4 hour. You can see now we are treating from 2020 to 2023. You can decide to squeeze it a bit like this, and so that you can see. Now you can also at this point change your lines, your horizontal lines. You can see here, this is a very good one here. You can see it. This is a very good one here, but I'm going to change it to a different color. So this time I'm dealing with 4 hours. So when I see it, I know it is the 4 hourly time frame, resistance or support that I'm dealing with. Now this is another one. You can see here, just try and touch as many. 1, 2, you can see them here. A kind of how will I call it, stationary reaction here. price action taking place here, just accumulating around this point. Neither is it going up nor coming down, just around there. You can still see here, you can still see here, you can still see here reactions taking place. You can still see the same thing here, and if you keep going, you see another one. You can see it here. So they keep repeating themselves from time to time. Now we can also see here another one. You can put it here. It's a sharp point where decision was taken. The sellers changed their mind and decided to join the buyers at this point. It went bullish. This is another one at this point. You can see 1, 2, 3 here, and then you can see also this is another one at this point. It came here and then it bounced off. It also came here. Who knows, maybe it's going to, you know, this is going to become a strong support level, and then you see it, the price action going in this direction. So it's very important that we look at all these places very well. I see another one here at this point. You can see it, 1, 2. So if you keep drawing, you can see it here now. You see it. If you keep going, you can see it here. So these things repeat themselves over and over. This is a typical lesson that you must get, that you need to learn here, that price action, as you check from years to years, they repeat themselves again and again in the market. You can see here, this is also a very good level. You don't need to be hard and fast about it. Just try as much as possible to communicate those lines together, those price points together on a line, so that you can get a picture of past incidents around that time. So if I'm going to sell after a breakout here, honestly, my next take profit will just be before this line. And when I take this profit and it's still going down, my next take profit will be at this line, and the next one will be at this line or price level, as you can see. And you can see the numbers of these price levels here. So this is technical analysis in a nutshell, how we go about it. Now, I don't believe you go doing the 1 hour and so on. No, I don't believe that. If you are taking your trade on the 1 hour, then your take profit will be at the 4 hours. So that's that. But if you're an intraday trader, all you need to do is do the same thing for the 1 hour. Spot out those areas on the 1 hour, and then you can now put it just like you see here at this point here. You can see this now. You can now map out all those areas and so on. So that's that about it. After you have done that, you can now click the candle and then expand it very well, and then you go back. So you can see it from the week. We have drawn them. You can see it now, and then to the daily. You can see it now to the daily, as you can see, down to the 4 hours, as you can see here. So it's very important that you take note about that. So this is one here around these points, but just to give you a close to it, you can put it there, so that if you put it this way, okay, so you don't use a tweak. Okay, this is better. All right, so that's just all you need to know about technical analysis, how you draw your support line and your resistance line in carry out your technical analysis. Like I said, number one, we did it beginning from the week to the daily to the 4 hour to the 1 hour, I mean to the 4 hours. And if you want to do for the 1 hour, you can go on and on to draw them. But your chart should be as simple as this, and you should be able to draw out this line. So I believe number one, you now know how we do a technical analysis from the top to the bottom. Number two, you now know how we do it by clicking the chart line. I like doing this way, so you fade off all the many noise and you can just see precisely the sharp points where you need to take this stuff. This is one here that we didn't see at that time. Okay, this is one here, very important. Okay, this is one here, very important, that we need to do. So having done all this, you can now begin your strategy, whatever strategy, you can begin to put it. Either you use indicators or you use pure price action, whichever one. But this is how you go about that. Thank you very much.